Good day and welcome. Today we are taking a look on how to use Mavic Mini for professional work. You most definitely can use this tiny beast for professional work, and here is how.
But first, let's understand what a professional means. Professional means that if people are willing to spend their energy on the work or skills you have, that means you're a professional. It can be money, it can be something else. But if people are willing to give you something for something you're doing, that means you're a professional. So if you can get paid, for example, for a video you have shot with your phone, that means you're a professional. And that means that your phone is your professional tool.
So Mavic Mini has its limitations. It's not the most powerful drone, but once you know the limitations, you can start pushing the limits of it. So today we shall check that out. So the Mavic Mini does not have manual video control, so it's always all auto. There's one thing you can do. You can lock the exposure. If you move around with your drone and your exposure changes, that does not look professional. We can bypass that with exposure lock. That's quite simple actually. One more thing that will definitely help you in professional work: ND filters. Especially in bright daylight, the shutter speed usually is quite high, and to get it down low, you need to use sunglasses for the drone, and ND filters are those sunglasses. So with the ND filter, you can achieve slower shutter speed that will give you a more natural look. Using ND filters with the Mavic Mini is quite tricky because you have to guess. Every time you go out shooting something in the bright daylight like this, well, it's kind of sunsetty right now, but still, it's quite bright. If I wouldn't be using ND filters, the shutter would be probably a bit too high and the footage would look a bit jittery. So that is why we need this filter guide. It's good because it tells us in what situations what filters do we want to use. For example, currently it's kind of sunny, but then again it's also a bit cloudy, so this looks like an ND8. Yeah, partially cloudy daylight conditions. So ND8 is what we want to use. If you will be using an ND filter that is too strong, when you reduce the light, the Mavic Mini reduces the shutter to its lowest possible, which is like the same amount as you have the frame rate. For example, if I have the frame rate at 25 frames per second, that means the shutter will be 1/25th. That's the lowest possible shutter. And then after that, it will boost the ISO. So we don't want that. All right, so ND8, here we go. Good. ND filter is set. Let's take off and let's get some professional looking shots. By the way, if you want ND filters just like these, you can check the affiliate link in the description. So if you buy them through that link, you're helping out my channel, so that is very much appreciated. So why do we want to lock the exposure? Quite simple. If we will look right up now, the exposure will change. You see? You see how it changes? It got darker, and now we can't see the stuff that's happening on the street. So to avoid this, we want to look at what we want to expose for. For example, we want to expose for this street right here. And now we just press this button, and now it's locked. And now we can get shots without the exposure changing. And we have the right shutter speed, we have the right everything. We have motion blur in cars, and the and the exposure is not changing. It stays the same at all times. Even if I will look up into the bright sunlight, it will stay the same, as we can see. Oh, and one more thing, Mavic Mini does not have 4K. Some people may think, oh my god, it does not have 4K, it's useless. But you know, the screen size of your phone and all that, it can't really display 4K for you to see the difference. If you're watching that on YouTube, that gets compressed. It does not really matter. 2.7K is enough resolution for internet content, for vlogs, for all that stuff.
Mavic Mini is pretty much a bare bones drone. It's been stripped from its functionality almost to the bone. It doesn't have the manual video features. It's pretty much like point and shoot. You point and shoot, so you fly and you shoot. You don't really think about anything else. You just fly and you press the record button and the drone should be doing everything for you. That's the idea for this drone. But all that doesn't change the fact that you can use this for professional work if you know how and if you have the skill. Because mostly drone shots look good because of their composition and the motion in the shot. Not because of how much more pixels did the shot have or how much more dynamic range did the shot have. You can most definitely take weak shots with the Inspire 2, and you can most definitely take epic, impressive, inspiring, powerful shots with this tiny beast, the Mavic Mini. In the end, what matters the most is the skills of the pilot, not the power of the drone. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing. And if you are subscribing, then please click that bell thingy, because then you will be notified whenever I upload. If you liked how this video looks, you can get my lot pack. The link is here. It's quite cheap actually, $5 for 5 lots. That's like all you need. Hopefully this video could be useful to some of you, and yeah, if you want to see more, you know, subscribe. And also, if you like this video, then please sacrifice the like button for the YouTube gods, because then they will give me some views, and those would be very much appreciated. So yeah, go kill it, torture it, destroy it, whatever. Just the like button, you know. The gods don't really care about the dislike button. The like button, if you kill it or sacrifice it or whatever, just things will happen. So think about it, please. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.